Hey guys, so for day 7, I'm going to be doing a creepy slash killer clown design. So just like my other sets, I have drawn up a sketch of how I was going to do this set. However, when I got around to doing it, I decided I didn't like how I drew it, so I did end up doing it quite a bit differently than how my drawing looks. So starting off, I am going in with a black gel polish, and I paint 2 of the nails with this. These 2 nails are going to have the clowns on them. I decided I wanted the clowns to be on a black background instead of one of the polka dot or stripe backgrounds that I had drawn up. I'm also only doing 2 clowns instead of a clown on each nail. Now for the other nails, I am going to be painting 1 yellow, 1 red, and 1 white. I do 2 coats of polish on all of the nails, and I cure each layer for 60 seconds. And apparently I didn't get me painting the first coat of the yellow, red, and white. So I just have me doing the second coat here. So for these 3 other nails, my idea was to do like clown clothing, like how they have the stripes and the polka dots and all of that. I wanted to represent that on these 3 nails. So for the designs that are going on top of those, I will be using a blue, a green, a pink, a purple, and the black that I used earlier. So for the yellow nail, I decided to do polka dots. I'm doing them in the blue and the green. I just go down along the middle of the nail here first with the blue, and I do go over the dots a couple times to make them a little bit larger. And then once I get them on, I do a quick flash cure before moving on to the green dots. And then when I go in with the green dots, I place them in between the blue dots. That way they're not directly next to them and just all the dots going in a straight line across the nail. I do this on either side of the blue dots, and then I do go in with the blue again and go on the other side of the green dots just to continue that pattern onto the sides of the nail. Also, once I get the green dots on, I do flash cure them real quick, and then after I get the second round of blue dots on, I cure this nail for a full 60 seconds. Now for this red nail, I wanted to do like the red and black diamonds, kind of like Harley Quinn. I started out by drawing these diagonal lines down the nail and then going the other way and drawing the diagonal lines the other way to create the diamonds. But then when I started filling them in, I decided I didn't really like how they were lined up and how they were looking. So I did go in and redraw them, and I drew each diamond individually. So here's what I'm talking about, where I said I drew each diamond individually. I just felt like this ended up looking a lot better and was more of what I was wanting the nail to look like. So after I get all the diamonds on, I go in and I fill in the ones that I want black, and then after I get all that filled in, I do cure for 60 seconds. I also want to mention that before going in with any of my nail art, I did wipe off all of the nails with some alcohol to remove the sticky layer. I just feel like that gives me the best surface to do nail art on. I don't apply a top coat on my nails before doing nail art. I know some people do go in with a top coat, and I think most of them go in with a matte top coat before doing their nail art. I don't find it necessary. As long as I wipe off the sticky layer, then everything is fine. I also don't add the top coat because I feel like that could potentially end up making the nails bulky, because you're adding another layer to them, and nobody wants bulky nails. So I try to keep my layers as minimal as possible and as thin as possible. So that is why I don't go in with the top coat before doing my nail art. For the white nail, I'm going to be doing pink and purple stripes. I wanted this to look like one of those like striped clown costumes, but it kind of ended up looking more like a straw, but I just kept it and went with it anyways. I didn't feel like doing a new design or restarting this nail and doing different colors. So I get the pink lines on, and then I flash cure that real quick, and then go in and do the purple lines, and then I cure for 60 seconds. So after I got the nails done, I kind of felt like this diamond one didn't look right or was missing something. So I just looked on Google real quick to see like what was missing or if anything was missing. And I noticed on the Harley Quinn, like she has this like collar thing on, and any other clowns that do have like this checkered look, they do have that like white collar at the top with the little pom-pom balls or whatever they are on it. So I did go ahead and draw that up here at the top of the nail, and it looked so much better to me. It didn't look like it was missing anything anymore. So now moving on to the clown nails. I do only show me doing one of the nails because I did the same clown on both nails. I was just following a picture that I found on Google of a clown because, like I said earlier, I didn't really like how I drew the clowns that I drew, and I didn't want them to look like that. I know when I would have painted them onto the nail, they would have looked different, and I could have made them a lot scarier than how they were drawn on that picture. But I just didn't, I don't know, I wasn't feeling the way they were looking, so I wanted to try and find a different picture that I could use as a reference. So when it comes to me doing nail art like this, I don't really know how to explain what I'm doing very well. So I think for the most part, I'm just going to let it play out and let you watch what I'm doing, because I feel like if I try to explain it, it's just going to get really confusing or not make any sense, because usually when I do nail art like this, like characters or like really detailed stuff, I don't always do it the same way. I kind of do it differently depending on what I'm doing or how difficult I'm finding what I'm doing. Like my core line nails last year, I did the entire outline with gel polish. When I did my Mod Sun album cover nail art earlier this year, I sketched it out first with a pencil onto the nail and then just did the color blocking and filled in that stencil with the drawing with the colors. Sometimes I'll work in sections, sometimes I'll try to do the whole thing all at once. It really just depends. So I feel like just you watching will be better than me trying to explain what is going on. I will say, once I got the clown head drawn on and cured, I did cure it for 60 seconds. I only did one layer of the white. This white that I used is very pigmented, so I didn't need to do a second layer of it. I did cure it for 60 seconds, and I did wipe it off with alcohol before I went in with all of the like facial features and the shading and everything. And then with this mouth, I did draw it here on camera, but then I didn't like how it looked, so I did wipe it off and redo it. But when I redid it, I didn't do it on camera. So with that being said, I am just going to let this play out, and if I feel like there's anything I need to explain, I'll pop in and explain it real quick. But I think for the most part, I'm not going to have much to say. But real quick, before I do just let things play out, I do want to mention that I do flash cure whenever I feel necessary, or if I need to add another color on top like I'm doing here. And usually if I do have to do something on top, I will again wipe off that previous layer with some alcohol to remove that sticky layer. I just feel like the sticky layer makes it a little more difficult to paint on top of. I also feel like it kind of makes whatever you put on top spread a little bit. So to prevent that, I do wipe it off, make sure there's no sticky layer left. And one last thing I do want to mention, I am switching between a 5mm and an 11mm brush to paint on these clowns. And I know usually I do show the colors that I'm using as I'm using them, but when I was doing these clowns, I was so in the zone doing them. I was just grabbing my colors and mixing whatever colors I needed, and I completely forgot to show the colors that I was using, but I will try to make sure to link them all down below for you guys. So with all that being said, I am just going to go ahead and let this play out. After I got the clown nails completely finished, I did go ahead and cure for a full 60 seconds to make sure everything was 100% completely cured. Now here I am going to be wiping off the nails with some alcohol to remove that sticky layer, because I am going to be top coating with a matte top coat, and sometimes matte top coat does smear your artwork. So if you just wipe off your nails with some alcohol before applying your top coat, that will help prevent the smearing. And then once I get the top coat on, I do cure for 60 seconds. And this is how they came out. The clowns are so creepy. I hate clowns. Like, I absolutely hate clowns. So doing this was a little bit challenging because I hate them, and like seeing them here and the finished result is so creepy. I do think that these nails would look good shiny, but I feel like it was best for them to be matte. Like, I just feel like the matte really brings it all together. I also kind of feel like seeing them all together, the yellow polka dot nail and the white stripe nail just doesn't fit with this whole set. Like, I feel like I should have just done the red and black diamond design like I did here for all three of those nails. I just feel like this fits better with the clowns because there's really no yellow or pink or purple anywhere else on this set, and I don't know, the rest of it is just so dark, and I feel like those two nails are just a little bit too bright for this set. But at the same time, it goes because, like, if you look at clown clothing, they have the bright colors and the polka dots and the stripes and stuff. So I don't know, I'm a little conflicted on if I like the polka dot and the striped nails or not. If I were to redo it though, I would probably just stick with the red and black diamonds, because personally I just feel like it goes better with the whole creepy clown look going on here. Overall, I do feel like these nails give that creepy killer clown look that I was going for, so I'm happy with them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.